why gratitude journaling does not work and why it is not the most effective way if you really want to create a great change, or if you really want to make some manifestation come to life. My name is Rohit and I've been studying about law of attraction and manifestation, and I have been really involved in this for years now. And my goal with this channel is to really help people expand their awareness and help them get that dream job, that dream relationship, that perfect health, whatever they desire. So why, in my personal experience with my journey, doing a lot of gratitude, why I wasn't getting the main kind of desires that I wanted, and what was the process. So I will tell you a story when we go back to, I started in the law of attraction journey like many of us with the book The Secret, and then I moved on to the book by Rhonda Byrne, because if I semi interested in a book, I probably will read 2 or 3 books by the same author, especially in this area. So after reading a bunch of her books, one of her books was Magic, which talks heavily about gratitude journaling and writing it down, gratitude and being grateful for all the things that has happened in your life. And I did that for a while, and but what I realized is I was doing it for a while and I was feeling great, and now all these things I was grateful for was happening more and more. But when I look back at my logs in 3 months down the line, I hadn't manifested something magnificent. I hadn't manifested that one big thing that I really wanted, or those 1 or 2 big things that I really wanted to change that hadn't changed. And why was it? So if we go back to the simple concept, if we go back to the basics, and as Robin Sharma says, and many other self-help authors, you will see they always talk about mastering the fundamentals. So what are the fundamentals of manifesting? The fundamentals of manifesting is this: whatever you impress your subconscious mind with in a relaxed state, that same will be replicated in the 3D world. So you have to be very mindful. Okay, if whatever I'm impressing in a relaxed state is going to be replicated in the 3D world on my subconscious mind. Okay, so if I impress on my subconscious, let's say my mother made some amazing dish. Okay, and I wrote down in my gratitude journal, oh, I'm so happy and I'm so grateful that my mother made such and such a dish. It is so delicious. Okay, and then I'm grateful for that. Generally I do it in the first thing in the morning, where you're in kind of in a relaxed state. You write it down and you feel great. You have that great feeling, that great emotions. And Rhonda Byrne also talks about bringing in the emotions a lot, and that really helps, and really cementing that you're really grateful for that. So what you're doing is you're impressing your subconscious mind with this idea, or with this whatever conception you have, is that your mother makes delicious dishes and you're grateful for that thing. So what will happen is your mother will make another delicious dish, maybe a week from now, maybe a month from now, who knows. We do not know the time when it comes to manifesting, and the less bad beliefs we have about that specific thing we want, the faster it comes, and the more we can suspend the judgment around that, the faster it happens. So if I do that, what I did, I got great dish again. Let's say if I'm grateful for receiving a cup of coffee, I received a cup of coffee again and again. Then I said I'm happy and grateful for receiving extra $10 here and there, and I got $10 here and there again, randomly, all over the place. So what I was being grateful, because all these small instances were happening in my life, and I was grateful for all the small instances, like getting a free cup of coffee, getting a free drink, getting invited for dinner, somebody giving me a lift, or winning some kind of a coupon or something. All these small events happening left, right, and center very, very quickly. And I was like, okay, I'm manifesting all these small things, but what about those big things? What about that international travel that I want? What about that relationship that I want? What about that extra money, extra online income that I want? What about those things? I've been doing these things. I've been working super hard at this. But what about those things, those big things that I want? Quote unquote big, because when it comes to manifesting, nothing is big, nothing is small. But this pattern kept repeating again and again, and it really got me curious. And then I dived into reading about Dr. Wayne Dyer, and I read a lot of books. I read a lot of personal development, metaphysical books, especially Eckhart Tolle, Dr. Wayne Dyer. And I also read a lot of Jack Canfield. And in one of his books, he said to think big, right? Really go big and ask for things which you don't think are probable. Ask for things which are impossible. So I asked to travel to South Africa. And I was working for a company. We had tons of projects in Africa, but every single person wanted to go in South Africa, and we had very limited projects. But then I realized if I want to do that, maybe I should start visualizing. I should start doing that. And I did that. And then a series of incidents happened, a bridge of incidents, which Neville Goddard calls it. And it took me to my end, to that desired result. And I got what I desired. I was able to travel. And I was looking back at it and I said, how did this thing happen? So what with a lot of people, this is what happens, right? A difference between me and a lot. First of all, I log a lot of my desires, because ever since I've been doing this gratitude journaling, I started logging different desires, and every week I would review them, or if not every week, every 3 weeks I would review them, and I would look at them, which came true and which didn't come true, and what could possibly be the reason. And when I was looking back at it, I realized, in gratitude journaling, I was only impressing the small things and I was getting the small things. But when I moved on from there to impressing the big things, that's when these big things started unfolding. And the thing is that with the small things, we are easily able to suspend judgment. We are easily able to drop it. So we are like getting a cup of coffee. Yeah, it's totally possible. Do you have any doubts in your subconscious mind? Do you have any doubts in your conscious mind? You don't. But let's say winning a trip around the world, if you can suspend judgment, and if you can, the degree to which you can suspend judgment, and you can, it's as easy to get a cup of coffee as it is to win a trip around the world. You will win the trip around the world. I won a trip to 3 countries, not just one, and I've been multiple countries. Travel has been one of the most easiest ways for me to manifest. I don't know why, but has been so much easier. So wherever I impress on my subconscious, I'm going to go there, I end up there. So I have to also be careful. If I don't want to go to a country, I do not have to impress that. So this is a key distinction, right? With gratitude journaling, you're grateful for things which have happened in your life. And because you impress those things which have happened in your life, those things will repeat again in your life. So if you want to manifest something which is bigger, which is more, something, a big dream, or something, people call it quote big, something magnificent in your life, you have to start impressing your subconscious mind with those desires as if it is already there. So that's all I wanted to share. I hope you got great value out of it. So you have to be really conscious. It's always great to manifest small things, to keep a log of it, but you also need to think about the big things I want to manifest. If we can manifest anything, and there are no limitations. Why do I want to limit myself to just a cup of coffee? Why do I want to limit myself to just $10? Why shouldn't I get $1,000? Why shouldn't I get $10,000? Why shouldn't I get a trip all around the world? Why shouldn't I get a whole free meal for a whole month and not then just one cup of coffee? So think about it, meditate on it, and I wish you got great value out of it. If you have had this experience before, please post them in the comment section below. Would love to know your thoughts. And until then, take care, good luck, and I wish you great success with your manifesting journey. Take care.